Hi everyone. Who knows what people are going to become? It's just so incredible. So, if you watch this talk by Ed Boyden, A Light Switch for Neurons from TED 2011, you just can't believe it. And don't think that DARPA isn't in on this. From 2011, you know, almost 5 years, going on 5 years when this came out, and DARPA does pay attention to this, and the evil ones, you know? So listen to this very ending. He gives this whole talk. He talks about how light, blue light, green light can affect the neurons, different neurons in the brain, turn them on, turn them off, and to help people, you know, people with Alzheimer's, schizophrenia, etc. But do you know what that means? They can turn them on, turn them off, select, insert genes from algae, you know, fluorescent algae. How are they going to get the gene into your brain if they want to accomplish this? Some very bizarre things. And, you know, when you look in the sky and you see all these nano bits, nanites, nanoparticles, and light, what they're doing with light, and what is happening in the clouds with the light, and the lasers and plasma balls, and all these things that they've been creating for years and years and years and years that we're actually breathing in now. Well, listen to what he says right at the end. This guy comes on stage and says something.
Some of the stuff is a little dense. But the implications of being able to control seizures or epilepsy with light instead of drugs, and being able to target those specifically, is a first step. The second thing that I think I heard you say is you can now control the brain in two colors, like an on-off switch.
That's right.
Which makes every impulse going through the brain a binary code.
Right. Yeah, so with blue light, we can drive information in the form of a 1, and by turning things off, it's more or less a 0. So our hope is to eventually build brain coprocessors that work with the brain, so we can augment functions in people with disabilities.
And in theory, that means that as a mouse feels, smells, hears, touches, you can model it out as a string of 1s and 0s.
Sure.
So he said control. This guy here said control the brain. And he said people with disabilities. But you know, now they're calling people who are on the internet, who are conspiracy theorists, you have a psychiatric disease. So maybe they want to control people who disagree with the government, or who are obsessed with conspiracies and trying to find out answers. You're mentally ill, so they want to turn off some neurons and install some things. Okay, finish listening to this.
Yeah, we're hoping to use this as a way of testing what neural codes can drive certain behaviors and certain thoughts and certain feelings, and use it to understand more about the brain.
Does that mean that someday you could download memories and maybe upload them?
Well, it's something we're starting to work on very hard. You know, we're now working on some work where we're trying to tile the brain with recording elements too, so we can record information and then drive information back in, sort of computing what the brain needs in order to augment its information processing.
That might change a couple things. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so that guy, Ed Boyden, he was an electrical engineer, and he went into neuroscience because we are electrical beings. Okay, and then look at this. You know, it's talking about synthetic biology, and they have biophotons, etc. And the magnificent blue glow of Hong Kong seas is also disturbing. So how do we know they're not unleashing some experiment that causes the ocean to glow, or they've done some genetic alterations, and it gets loose in the water? You know, even all these you know, medications, prescription drugs, even Viagra, you know, is going into the water, and birth control medication and all these antidepressants, everything is going into the water. This world is getting really kind of like, who wants to be here? Well, we are in the sixth great mass extinction, so maybe we won't be here long, and maybe Jesus, like he said he would be back, you know? We don't know what form exactly, but how long can this go on? Anyway, I don't know if this is the first time this has ever happened. Maybe it's happened before. I know that some algae does glow, but there is that fear, or that concern, I should say. Everything's under control, so we don't have to fear it, but there is the concern that these things are happening with the do-it-yourself biotechnology, playing around with genes and DNA, and you can buy it on the internet. Thanks for watching, and God bless everyone with wisdom and living in the last days. The Holy Spirit will teach us everything we need to know, so you'll have everything you need and be at the right place at the right time, say the right words at the right time, and all that. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later.